Well, joining us now is Amy. Amy, welcome back. It's always a pleasure having you here. Amy is the owner of Wealthworks here in Auckland and also a financial planner and advisor. Amy, if we just go straight into something I saw which was very, very interesting, and back in 1998, they were saying it took 5 times the annual salary to buy a house. But today it is 9 times the annual salary. So, Amy, on the face of it, it's a lot harder now to buy a property here in New Zealand. What do you think?
Yeah, well, look, some people would say it's a lot harder, and it probably is a bit harder. You know, there is a large disparity between median incomes and average house prices.
Sure, yeah.
But I think that it's also important for us to employ perhaps a little more discipline and perhaps better savings habits these days than what people typically had 20, 30, 40 years ago. You know, today we sort of live in a generation of, you know, I want everything and I want it now.
Yeah.
You know, you want to buy a new piece of furniture, you want to buy a new car, you can go and get interest-free loans to do so. You want to find out some information about something, you click on Google, there it is at your fingertips.
Instant, isn't it? Yeah.
Instant, yeah. We live in we want something and we can have it instantly. So I think that, you know, sometimes we just have to have a little bit more patience and employ those savings habits to, you know, help us into our first home.
Okay, so maybe it isn't that much harder than it was 20 or 30 years ago, but there's some smarter things we could do, or that patience, as you say.
Yeah, look, I mean, it is a little bit harder, but it is still very achievable.
Yeah.
KiwiSaver is helping in a big way.
Yeah, that's great, isn't it?
Yeah, and we're seeing some different trends around things. So we're seeing a lot of people that are now choosing to continue renting. And they're investing in property instead of buying their first home. So just to give you an example, look, I had a client just a couple of weeks ago, young chap, early, mid-20s. He's flatting with some friends in a $1.5 million house in Ponsonby, pays $200 a week rent, and he wants to get onto the property ladder. Now, he's not prepared to compromise his lifestyle to go and live out in the middle of nowhere, you know, and so yeah, and it doesn't really make sense for him financially to do so when he's paying $200 a week to live in Ponsonby. So he's just bought his first investment property outside of Auckland and is just continuing to rent, and we're seeing a lot of that these days.
And your thoughts of doing that outside of Auckland?
Yeah, look, it can make a lot of sense, you know, for some people. I mean, we had the global financial crisis and the recession back in 2008, 2009. We've seen Auckland recover very well, you know,
extremely well.
I guess it's only natural for other parts of the country to start to catch up to a certain extent. So going to places like the Waikato or Hamilton, which is sort of Auckland's neighbour, can make a bit of sense because you'd expect that natural kind of catch up.
A lot of people who know me are going to laugh because I'm so much an Aucklander, but yeah, okay, so Hamilton would be a good option and one that you've got clients that would look at? Yeah,
look, I'm quite a fan of Hamilton as somewhere to invest right now. You know, it's got quite a bit going for it. It's next door to Auckland, so we will see some of that spillover from Auckland into Hamilton. We've already started to see that. We've got the extension of the Southern Motorway. So 2019 is going to be motorway all the way from here past Hamilton right through to just south of Cambridge. So that's really going to close that gap between Auckland and Hamilton, and that will do good things for the growth and population down there.
And we can feel that already, I think, can't we? So maybe, look, it'd be great if the motorway went all the way to Mount Ruapehu. We'd appreciate that for the skiing, but I think it's making sense when you say that on property. Amy, thank you so much. You can see why you would bring a financial planner and somebody who's thinking wider than maybe we are, just in Auckland, your own home. It might be the Waikato, it might be some other area, or it might be the young guys there, hey, stay renting.
Quite possibly.
Invest but still get on the property ladder.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the individual situation, of course, but for some people that can be a wise decision.
Fantastic. I think they should talk to you before they make any decisions.
That'd be great.
As always, Amy, a real pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Wayne.
Thank you.